When it comes to big game fishing, there's no room for second place. Out here, in the deep blue wilderness, it's just you, your gear, and the most powerful creatures the ocean has ever created. Today, on Ladd's Hub, we're diving deep into the 5 hardest big game fish to catch on the planet. The ones that will break your back, bend your rod, and crush your ego if you're not ready. First up, the legend of the deep, the Blue Marlin. They're not just big, they're brutally fast. A giant Blue Marlin can weigh over 1,800 pounds and hit speeds of 60 miles per hour, slicing through the ocean like a torpedo. Hook one of these beasts, and you're strapping in for a wild, chaotic, bone-breaking fight. Their first run alone can strip hundreds of meters of line from your reel in a matter of seconds, and when they leap, they don't just jump, they explode into the air, flipping and twisting, trying to rip the hook free with pure, violent energy. It's not uncommon for a Blue Marlin to fight for 6, even 8 hours straight, leaving anglers slumped over their rods, gasping for air. In 1992, off the coast of Brazil, a crew battled a monster marlin that weighed over 1,400 pounds, and nearly lost their boat in the process. Out here, against the marlin, you don't just need strength, you need endurance, technique, and a bit of madness. What a fish, and almost every fisherman in the world has this on their bucket list. But the next fish isn't about size, it's about savage, dirty fighting. The Giant Trevally. Locals call them the gangsters of the flats. And when you hook one, you'll find out why. GTs don't just hit your lure, they annihilate it. 1 second your popper is skipping across the surface, the next, boom, it's like a bomb went off. GTs are pure muscle, pure violence, and when they strike, they head straight for the reef to slice your line on the sharpest coral they can find. They don't fight clean, they fight smart, dirty, and without mercy. Even a 30-kilogram GT can snap your wrists if you're not ready. Monsters over 50 kilograms, they'll test every piece of your gear and your soul. There's a reason GT fishing requires the heaviest poppers, the thickest braided lines, and the toughest anglers. In Oman, a fisherman once fought a 60-kilogram GT that destroyed his lure, bent a titanium gaff, and left him flat on his back. Out here, you don't just fight the fish, you fight the reef, you fight the ocean, you fight yourself. But if you think that's tough, you haven't met the gladiator of the deep, the swordfish. This isn't your average fish. Swordfish are deep-sea assassins, living at depths of 1,800 feet or more during the day. To catch them, you're fishing in pitch-black darkness with freezing temperatures, brutal pressure, and hours of silence. You drop your bait down into the abyss, and you wait, and wait, and wait. Then, without warning, all hell breaks loose. When a swordfish strikes, it dives, slashes, sprints, and leaps, turning your fight into an unpredictable, 3-dimensional chess match. It's not just strength, it's tactical warfare. In 2019, off the coast of Florida, a 600-pound swordfish dragged a fishing boat 5 miles offshore during a 7-hour battle. Think about that. A single fish, dragging an entire vessel through the dark Atlantic night. Swordfish don't just fight hard, they fight dirty, smart, and with a fury few humans can match. It's called the gladiator for a reason. But not all monsters live in the depths. Some fight on the surface, and they never, ever give up. The yellowfin tuna. Pound for pound, there is no fish that grinds you down like a big yellowfin. They hit like a freight train and fight like marathon runners on steroids. Hook into a 200-pound yellowfin, and you're not in for an explosive 5-minute battle. You're in for a multi-hour war of attrition. These fish don't jump, they don't show off. They just dig deep, circle under the boat, and pull with steady, unrelenting power. There's no flash, no glamour, just brutal, constant pressure until one of you gives up. In Panama, a lone angler once fought a 280-pound yellowfin for nearly 6 hours, strapped into a harness, burning every muscle fiber he had just to stay in the game. With tuna, it's not about strength alone. It's about patience, strategy, and the stubbornness to outlast one of the most determined creatures in the sea. And finally, there's the heartbreak king, the tarpon. They're not the biggest fish, they're not the strongest, but they might just be the hardest fish to land, because tarpon don't just fight, they fly. Hook into one, and you'll witness a silver missile launch itself skyward, flipping, twisting, shaking its armored head with insane violence. Their mouths are like concrete. Set the hook wrong, and you'll lose them in seconds. Fight them too hard, and they'll throw the hook mid-air. Play it too soft, and they'll wear you down. In Florida's Boca Grande Pass, it's normal to hook 10 tarpon and only land 2. And every time one gets away, it feels like a little piece of your soul went with it. Big game fishing isn't just about catching fish. It's about going head-to-head with some of the most powerful forces of nature and seeing if you're good enough, strong enough, stubborn enough to win. The marlin, the trevally, the swordfish, the yellowfin, the tarpon. 5 giants, 5 challenges, 5 chances to become a legend or become a story about the one that got away. So guys, which fish would you take on first? Drop it in the comments. And if you're ready for more monster fishing adventures, smash that like button, subscribe to Lad's Hub, and ring that notification bell.